The interest on a certain sum is 9 by 49 of principal amount, and the number of years is equal to the rate of interest. Find the rate of interest. Here principal is not given, so we have to take P as 100. N equals R. SI equals 9 by 49 into 100. R square equals 9 by 49 into 100. On solving we get R equals 30 by 7%. Therefore the rate of interest is 30 by 7%. Rupees 500 was borrowed by a man for 2 years, at a certain rate of interest, and rupees 300 was borrowed for 2 years, at the same rate of interest. He pays rupees 288 for both the loans. Find the rate of interest. Here P1 equals 500, N1 equals 2 years. P2 equals 300, N2 equals 2 years. SI equals 288. SI equals SI1 plus SI2. 500 into 2 into R by 100. Plus 300 into 2 into R by 100 equals 288. On solving we get 10R plus 6R equals 288, which gives R equals 18%. Hence the rate of interest is 18%. The simple interest for 5 years on a certain sum of money, at 3% per annum is rupees 18,000. Find the rate of interest in which the same amount of interest can be collected for the same principal amount after 10 years. Given that SI1 equals SI2 equals rupees 18,000. R1 equals 3%. N1 equals 5 years. N2 equals 10 years. P into 3 into 5 by 100 equals 18,000. On solving we get P equals 1,20,000. Now 1,20,000 into R2 into 10 by 100 equals 18,000. R2 equals 1.5%. The difference between the simple interest collected from two different banks on rupees 1,700 for 2 years is rupees 204. Find the difference between the rate of interest. Given that 2 years is rupees 204. Then for 1 year, it is rupees 102. R equals 102 into 100 divided by 1700, which gives 6%. Hence the rate of interest is 6%. The simple interest on a certain principal is rupees 540 for 3 years, at the rate of 2.5% per annum. Find the additional interest, on the same amount for the same period, at the rate of 5.5% per annum. Given that R1 is 2.5%, N is 4 years, I is 540. R2 is 5.5%, N is 9 years. To find the simple interest first we have to find the principal amount. Principal equals 540 into 100, divided by 2.5 into 3, gives 7,200. Simple interest equals 7,200 into 3 into 5.5, divided by 100, gives 1188. Additional interest equals 1188 minus 540, gives 648. Therefore the additional interest is rupees 648. For 5 years, P borrowed rupees 90,000, at 2% per annum. He lent rupees 50,000 to Q, at the rate of 3%, and the remaining money to R at rate of 4% per annum. 5 years later, he collected his dues from Q and R, and repairs his own loan. Find his profit amount. Given that P is 90,000, N is 5 years. R is 2%. If 100 gives 90,000, then 10 gives 9,000. P1 is 50,000, N is 5 years, R1 is 3%. If 100 gives 50,000, then 15 gives 7,500. P2 is 40,000, N is 5 years, R2 is 4%. If 100 gives 40,000, then 20 gives 8,000. Total SI equals SI1 plus SI2. That is 7,500 plus 8,000 gives 15,500. Profit equals SI minus SI1 plus SI2. That is 15,500 minus 9,000 gives 6,500. Therefore the profit is rupees 6,500.